And Charles Fillmore said, man is not limited to the material plane. He is the expression of God's infinite light. Well, he said life, but light would be interchangeable with this. Today, we're talking about this idea of transfiguration. In the Gene Keys, it is Gene Key 47. And in Gene Keys 47, we move through the shadow of oppression to the city of transfiguration by way of transmutation. And what this key is about, it is the programming partner, the other half to the 22nd gene key, which is grace, that moves through the shadow of dishonor to the city of grace by way of graciousness. And the two work together to become this incredible light story about us, about our hero's journey. You know, so remember, I was talking about how the shadow is oppression. And when you think about what it appears to be out in the world right now, there appears to be a great deal of oppression, more than we have noticed or seen in a very, very long time. And that has to happen, right? Because in order to create new policies, new ways, new unity, new systems, we have to first let the old system run its course and die out. And that is the old patriarchal system of straight lines, competition, consumerism. Something outside of me is going to define me, and my success is what makes me worthy. We all know that none of that is true, that it serves its purpose, and we see it in social media and we see it out in the world. But what we're not seeing so much really is our own transformation, our own sadness, and our own journey of our hero's journey of going out and wanting good things and then having something not work out. And it seems like it's all going to fall apart. And then all of a sudden, some light, some idea comes in, and we are saved in the 11th hour. It's a typical hero's journey of flow. Transfiguration, I think about transfiguration, I also think of the 55th gene key, which moves through the shadow of victimization to the city of freedom by way of freedom. And the symbol is the dragonfly. I'm sure you've all heard the water bug story. It is a wonderful story. It's the story of the little water bug in the mud, trying to survive, fighting for its life, predatory, trying to eat before it's eaten. And it's existing in this circle of sort of victimization, of oppression, of an inability, of not understanding what's going on. And then it continues to go down river and find itself back into the little mud pockets of the side of the river. And it seeks and it journeys on against all odds. And it's this teeny tiny thing. It could be squashed by a bubble, but yet it has the courage and the tenacity to continue. And it goes along with the river and rides along with the river until one day the little water bug thinks, oh my God, I'm still going. I'm still making it. I wonder what's beyond this mud. What is beyond this suffering? And the light penetrates the water, and there's a stem that goes from a water flower, that the stem comes up above the water, and the water bug gets curious and says, there must be more. There must be. And the water bug has the courage to climb the stem into the light. And the most incredible metamorphosis happens. The dragonfly begins to bathe in light and allow, which is like the divine light, allow to penetrate itself it completely collapses within itself, and then it grows wings of iridescent light and becomes the dragonfly. And as the wings dry, it takes flight and it is free. That is the story of transfiguration in so many ways. Each of us goes through our muddy waters. Each of us has health issues, or someone we love is having health issues, and we can't fix it. The person that's going through it, whether it's us or another, must find their own way. They must continue to flow along with life and continue to be an inquiry and continue to seek that light. And it is in the looking for the light that the light comes. And just like the dragonfly, when Jesus talked about that, and I really see Jesus as a metaphor, as a light body, as a reflection of our greatest abilities to be. And in that light, he said, let thy eye be single and filled with light. What we're talking about here is our desire to grow spiritually. This is why I'm so grateful for those of you that are here today, because you got the call to bring your beauty and your unity to a community and share that light with one another and bring each other into your hug and love one another as I love you, as we all love each other. And by doing that, we cultivate light, because we in our physical bodies become very dense and heavy. And we have forgotten that we came from light, that we're born in light, that we're made of light, that we are so much more than what we think we are. We have been told for thousands of years that we are inch high, private eye, barely making it through like the water bug. If you're lucky, you'll survive. If you make it, you might have a good day. All these difficult, sort of trials and tribulations of life. How do we keep going in that light? Well, through community, by participating, by recognizing that if I am having issues, so are you, and so is your neighbor, and so is my friend down the street. We're all have the opportunity to rise up. The stem, that's what the stem represents, with the little bug, little water bug, gets the courage to climb the stem. And in doing so, reaching for the light. What is your light? What is it that makes you shine? I'm thinking of Paramahansa Yogananda also, who said, you are not the body. You are the light of God. The body is only a vessel. The true meaning of who you and I are is the light. The body turns into light anytime love is present. Love is light. And so the more that we can forgive one another, have greater capacity to understand our differences in one another, the more we can accept the things we cannot change at the moment and change the things we can, that is light. The more that I feed myself foods that are nutrient based and bring color in the food and bring substance of purity into my body, that feeds the light. That's like the light drying my wings and your wings. The more you continue and I continue to choose love and return love, to return non-love with love, the more we do that, the greater our evolutionary process will happen. Richard Rudd is talking a lot these days about the new human. And the new human is a light-based body. We have known this since way back, I think in 82, when the first waves of conscious change began to happen. And we had one right after the other in these 6 or 7 year cycles. And now 2027 is on its way, and 2027 has been prophesied as the time that pure consciousness is available, and that the old consciousness is absolutely closing its doors. And those of us that seek love, that seek understanding, that seek kindness, that have the ability to choose again, those of us that do that, that we're going to continue to evolve. And this very crazy time, 2026, everybody, you got to get into that light and bathe in that light and hold on to that light, because it's going to look pretty wild out there. It's got to come to its conclusion so that the light can get in. And this is the thing about light. When we go through our own trials and tribulation, and we begin to heal and to work through the problems, to work through the misunderstandings, to forgive, to seek a different way, if this way isn't working, the more we do that, the more we're pumping light in and through our bodies and through our eyes when we smile. Do you know how they say, oh, when she smiled, you could see it in her eyes? That's when pure light is coming through our eyes and into you, and you're responding back with that light. That's pure love. That is the love of understanding. When we are confronted with a heaviness, a difficulty, a challenge, we respond with first self-love. Course in Miracles talks about light all through it. It says, I am the light of the world. Say that for me. I am the light of the world. I'm assuming you're saying it. Yes, I am the light of the world. I am the light of the world. You are the light of the world. And the more that you choose your love, that love is the light. And the more we embody that light and we feed these bodies in ways that feed that light, and the more we are kinder to ourselves, and the more we meditate, and the more we contemplate, and the more we love God, goddess energy, the more we seek that divine mother Gaia energy, the more light body we become. And our DNA and all the aspects of who we are, every 7 years, we create new cells. Those become more light when we are filled with that. So I'm sharing with you how we can embrace challenges. This is the biggest time of change that we've seen in so very long. It is going to, in the Native American, it's called the trickster. And we are absolutely in the trickster right now, where that energy is trying to trick us into being victimized, trick us into being less than, trick us into being angry, trick us into being reactive. Don't fall for it. It is shadow. It is not light. You are the light. Your decision to choose again, forgive yourself and others, will build this light. And little by little, in small communities, and it's happening right now, more and more people will gather and create healthy ways of eating and collaborating and coexisting. And people will come together with their art and more. I mean, this is where it's almost like a return in some ways, but it's an evolved return of coming back to the tribe, coming back to community, coming to work with each other to resolve issues, and not just think, oh, I have to do it. It has to be the almighty me. And when it's the almighty me, it's going to have a lot of shadow in it. But when I sit in a light circle with you and we're all creative, and creativity is pure light. That is pure light. And the more we create together, the more light bearers we become, the more we send that light out and receive that light back. And when the world is in its chaos and its victimization and its oppression and its dishonor, when it's out there doing that, we will respond with light. And little by little, in small pockets, this light will take hold. And over time, these communities and light will build. And as it builds and we are participating in it, we are evolving literally. I don't mean figuratively. I mean transfiguration is absolutely possible when we choose to be the light bearers of love. When we are doing this work and coming together in communities, whatever, any church, any synagogue, any mosque, any circle, any gathering, any Wicca, any light-based community is where we cultivate the truest part of who we are. My question I want to leave with you guys today is, what is your greatest light that you give to the world? Each of us has unique opportunities. Each of us has unique gifts. Each of us, like some of us, we have a softness about us and people feel really yummy in our presence. Some of us inspire and light up and ignite, and we feel really joyful and powerful in their presence. Some of us come in with ways of moving and creating with things that help us process and move through our own creative process. Some of us bring music. Some of us bring dance. Some of us bring genius and wisdom and knowledge. Some of us just bring pure joy. Some of us bring like revolutionary understanding. What are your gifts? What is your light? Do you believe that Charles Fillmore, Paramahansa Yogananda, the mystic Jesus, the greatest spiritual leaders of all time have prophesied the time that we're in and have all said that we are light? Do you believe it? Do you see it? Look in the mirror and look at how beautiful you are. You are precious light and love. Know this. Know this about yourself. Give yourself permission that when you're not just going to go out like zombies out there to the market, to Whole Foods, to the club, to wherever you're going, go with your light on. Turn your light on. Go in there and see how many people you can get to smile at you. Paramahansa Yoganandaji said, be smile millionaires. Because when we smile and we light up in our eyes, we are literally whoo, doing some magic at that moment. And we are sending that light right into that other person. And when they smile, we are meeting in that frequency right there in that moment. And that is your proof right there in that moment that you are a light bearer. You are here to distribute, hand out, and give love and light to everyone you come in contact. And when you cannot, turn all that love and light to yourself. Give yourself what you need, because if you don't do it to you, it won't be pure and it won't be real when you're around others. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, and you will be light. Thank you, everybody. Bless you.